Would you like to experience the breathtaking beauty of Lake Como? Imagine exploring peaceful, uncrowded places, admiring the stunning pre-Alps, and strolling through charming villages. On your vacation, the last thing you want is to waste time standing in endless queue, fighting with hundreds of tourists for a seat on overcrowded boat, and wasting your time in tourist-trap restaurants.
Hi guys, my name is Oleg. I'm the owner of Abroad Tour, and today I'm gonna show you how do we do our top-rated small group tour to Lake Como, Lugano, and in groups of maximum 12 people, not rush itinerary. We see Lake Como, we see Lake Lugano that is behind us. Join us for this beautiful experience, and if you book directly, the link is gonna be under the description. You will have the best price guarantee, and you will enjoy this fantastic experience.
We have been doing this tour for 2 years now, and we have more than 400 5-star reviews from our fellow travelers. At this point, you may ask why I should choose this tour over all the other tours I have seen on the internet. Well, that's easy to explain. We offer you tours in small groups up to 12 people. Unlike many other tours which are bilingual, our tour is in English only. We avoid some touristy places and tourist traps, and we want you to see how local people live. What is the best way to get from Milan to Lake Como quickly and stress-free? Of course, it's by the Swiss train, which is fast. The journey takes 40 minutes only, it's clean, comfortable, and there are no traffic jams. Lake Como is one of the most popular travel destinations in Italy, and some places of Lake Como are among the most crowded places of the country. So we have created this itinerary in a way to avoid crowds of people. Como is the largest town on Lake Como. We get off at the train station of Como, and on our way we see the first monument, the hands of George Clooney. Well, that was the theory of one of our travelers. So what's important, on our tour you will not go to any tourist trap, we keep you away from them. We will talk about some famous people and historic celebrities who were born here. Usually we see Como in the morning, before groups of 50 people arrive from Milan and take over. You will discover who is this man, who is the local scientific celebrity born in Como, and he invented the first prototype of electric battery in the end of 1700s. The central part of Como is quite big and is completely pedestrian. There are many souvenir shops, bars, restaurants, and ice cream. During our walking tour of Como, you will stroll through the pedestrian and the main part of the town. You will see some nice medieval architecture. We came on this medieval pedestrian street, and some of the buildings you see here are the same as they were 700s or 800 years ago. And as you can see, we are the only small group here, because can you imagine walking in a group of 50 or even 60 people through those narrow cobblestone streets in Como? Will that be nice? Would you really enjoy that? No, because you know what is weird? Some of the groups from Milan to Lake Como, they promise you to keep away from crowds of people, but the group of 50 or 60 people is the crowd itself. That's really weird to me. So basically, a large group is just a transportation from Milan to Como by a big bus with 50 people. On the other hand, in a small group tour, you can interact with a tour guide, you can ask them as many questions as you want. You will discover the history of this beautiful Duomo that we have in Como. You will even see one local celebrity on the facade of the Duomo of Como. Even those people who are not fascinated by the religious architecture, they are surprised when they hear that the construction of this Duomo lasted more than 300 years. Isn't that incredible to have such a big Duomo in such a small city as Como? It's the third largest religious building we have in our region, in Lombardy. Inside this Duomo, you can discover some great masterpieces of art such as paintings of Gaudenzio Ferrari and Bernardino Luini that dates back to 1500s. Really incredible. And now, after we have explored the cobblestone streets, the medieval part of Como, we have discovered the Alessandro Volta statue, we have seen Duomo, the theater, and many other interesting monuments that we have around here. It's time to go to the lake and to take the boat cruise. Now, very important point, if you are planning any day trip from Milan to Lake Como, you need to know that you don't need to come here by car or by taxi, because you're gonna waste a lot of time and you're gonna waste a lot of money. So the taxi cost is gonna be at least 150 euro one way, and if you drive here, you're gonna spend a lot of time in the traffic jams and looking for the parking, which is very limited. So we figure out that the best option to come to Lake Como from Milan is by train, which is much quicker, you don't lose any time, first, and secondly, the only transportation you need when you are on Lake Como is the boat, because all the luxury, nice and famous villas you've ever heard about, including the villa of George Clooney, the former villa of Gianni Versace, the villa where John Lennon got married, and so on, all those luxury places are visible from the boat and not visible from the coach or from the car. On Lake Como we have many different boats and boat itineraries. Actually the boat we are taking is not crowded, and most of the times we can choose our panoramic seats. The boat part is extremely important, because if you happen to be in Como and you would like to take the boat going from Como to Bellagio, it's gonna be a big crowd of 700 people taking the same boat, and people lining up in a queue for 45 minutes or 1 hour just to take the tickets for that boat. We will spend 1 hour on the boat, and your tour guide will tell you why specifically Lake Como and not other beautiful Italian lakes like Garda and Maggiore, why Lake Como has become the place for rich and famous people. There are a couple of reasons why George Clooney, Michael Jordan, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler, and other celebrities, why they visit Lake Como and not other lakes. Lake Como is surrounded by the beautiful mountains. We call them pre-Alps. Actually, that is the beginning of the alpine range. On the boat, you will see some of the villages of Lake Como where people still live. Now, in front of us, we see Villa Erba from Ocean's 12 movie and Nespresso commercial. The boat will pass by Chernobyl, where we have the oldest and one of the most famous 5-star luxury hotel where celebrities stay in the summer. Prices are from 2,000 euro per night, but actually they also have the affordable restaurant, only 200 euro per lunch. Now, on the video, you might see that Lake Como is really big, and it's even bigger than you think. The length of Lake Como is 30 miles or 46 kilometers. We have more than 40 different villages, and actually some of the villages are super touristy. For example, Bellagio, Varenna. On this tour, we'll bring you to some non-touristy places where you can enjoy without hordes of running and screaming people around you. Let me just show you one of the small, nice, non-touristy villages where 95% of the people are not coming, because this village, it is not advertised on the internet. Bloggers or Instagrammers are not writing, are not posting about this village. We like focusing on those small, nice, non-touristy places, because here's the point. People expect Lake Como to be very quiet, very peaceful place, but if you go to some super touristy places, it's going to be extremely crowded. And when the place is crowded, even if it's beautiful, it's not enjoyable. That is our opinion, and we have created this itinerary to keep you away from hordes of people. That is our promise. Now, let's read some of our fantastic reviews. Best trip of my life. Thanks, Simona. Absolutely amazing day trip. Simona was a fantastic and patient guide. She was incredibly knowledgeable, helpful, she recommended great food spots, amazing gelato, etc.
Beautiful day spent with small group and lovely guide. Was an amazing day spent with small group. It started very smooth at Milano Centrale, where we were greeted by Monica, our wonderful tour guide. We took a short trip to Como, then started our journey. We didn't feel rushed, and Monica was pleasant, professional, and very knowledgeable. After the boat tour, we got few great food and gelato suggestions from Monica, then took a short, comfortable train ride to Lugano on Swiss side. The chocolate tasting was great, and we loved Lugano being less touristy than Como. My husband and I took this trip today, and it's honestly the best choice we have made. It was fantastic from the start to finish, and the views were amazing. We were given enough time in each area to really appreciate the beauty of each place, but not too long that we were bored. Our tour guide Stefano was the best. He had so much knowledge and was just a generally nice, funny guy. And of course, the review about me, the tour guide you see on this video and the co-owner of the company that ran this tour. Small group, big enjoyment, wonderful tour with quick travel on the train. Oleg was a mine of information and showed us some great places away from the crowd, especially loved the Como Lake, Greece and Lugano. Great to be in a small group. Highly recommended. Behind the creation of this tour and the itinerary, there is a lot of hands-on experience because for years we have been working as the tour guides for large tour operators, doing Lake Como tours with the big buses, 45 or 50 people, bilingual tours, a lot of traffic jams. So basically in a big group you will do all the things that you won't enjoy. It's completely different on a small tour because in a group of 12 people you can easily get to know each other and you can easily make new friends. You can interact with the tour guide, you can ask questions. Now, I would like to tell you two very important points. So, first of all, if you buy this tour directly on our website, in the description to this video, you will have the best price guarantee. You will support local small business and you will not pay any hidden cost and the commission because people are not aware about that, but when you book through the third-party websites, you pay a lot of commission. If you book directly, everything is included and you're gonna have the best price guarantee. And the second point is that if you book directly, the price of the tour is just slightly more expensive than the price of the tour in a huge group of 50 people. Here we are heading back to Como and we're gonna have the lunch. And that is the other point. So people on our tours, they mention different times that they had the best pasta or pizza or the ice cream of their life. No kidding. We will recommend you some of the most delicious places for your lunch in Como. Promised. '83 is the year of construction of this building, which is the school. This is the most amazing school building I have seen in my life. Now it's time to go to Switzerland. The Swiss border is situated 4 miles or 6 kilometers away from the city of Como. Of course, the fastest possible way to get from Como to Lugano is by the Swiss train. No traffic jams and a lot of panorama along the way. As soon as we get to Lugano, we're gonna take the very typical Swiss transportation. Some people call it gondola, but technically it's called the funicular and it's the cable train. We will go from the train station to the center of Lugano by the funicular. Como and Lugano have many similarities. Both are Italian-speaking, both are situated on a beautiful lake, both are surrounded by the pre-Alps, the majestic mountains, but here in Lugano you will feel that Swiss vibe. Everything is tidy. Switzerland is the homeland of the watch industry. Here you can buy some limited edition of Swatch and you can also buy some really expensive iconic watches of the Swiss industry, Audemars Piguet, Rolex. The population of Lugano consists of 60,000 inhabitants and approximately 10% of them are millionaires. So being in one of the richest countries in the world, you feel that luxury, you feel that wealth in the air. Make sure to have enough money on your bank account or actually to put some restrictions on the spending because in Switzerland you can easily spend a lot of money.
After our walking tour in Lugano, you'll have some free time to explore this beautiful town on your own. Keep watching, and in few seconds I'm gonna show you one of the biggest masterpieces of art of Switzerland since 1500s.
Now, speaking of delicious Swiss products, milk chocolate was invented in Switzerland in the mid-1800s. In Lugano, you can enjoy amazing Swiss chocolate. Try a piece of Lederach, is known as the best chocolate in the world. Now, let's discover the largest Swiss Renaissance fresco, the Passion and Crucifixion of Christ. Painted in the 16th century by Bernardino Ruini, its vivid colors and deep emotions bring history, faith, and beauty to life.
And if you didn't manage to see the Last Supper of Leonardo da Vinci we have in Milan, here in Lugano they have the Last Supper for free. In the summertime, when the weather is warm, don't forget to bring your swimwear, because you can swim in these crystal clear waters of beautiful Lugano Lake, surrounded by the mountains and the fresh water in Switzerland. I'm sure that you will enjoy. The temperature is quite warm. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope to see you on our small group tours to Lake Como in Lugano. You're gonna see two beautiful lakes in one day. You will have the chocolate tasting all in a small group, not rushed itinerary and without crowds of people. And before we leave, check our spectacular Barolo wine tasting tour in a small group from Milan. You will visit Alba, you will visit the medieval castle of Grinzane and Cavour, and you will have 6 glasses of wine, including 2 glasses of one of the best Italian wine, Barolo.